Greetings. In this devotion, we are going to see from the book of Second Chronicles. Second Chronicles, we are going to see about two kings. One is Uzziah, and the other one is Ahaz. These two are the kings of Judah, and we'll see from chapter 26 of Second Chronicles that Uzziah was 16 years old when he was made king, and he was doing what was right in the sight of the Lord, and he was prospering in his battlefield, and he was expanding his kingdom, and he was mighty and strong because the Lord was with him. And we see that in verse 15. So his fame spread far and wide, for he was marvelously helped till he became strong. Uzziah's name was spread across the world because he was mighty, he was strong, he had victories against the nations because he was walking right before the sight of God, and God was with him, and God was helping him to defeat his enemies, and he became so increasingly popular. And it is said twice in this same chapter that his fame spread wide, and he was popular. But what we see after this is that because he was popular and his fame exceeded, he became proud in his heart. So that is one thing, and we'll see the second thing. We'll go to another king called Ahaz. He is also the king of Judah, and we see here Ahaz is a kind of person who burnt his children and burnt incense to the idols, and he did not follow the Lord according to his father David, but he was following according to the children of Israel who was doing idolatry, and they were sacrificing their children, and they were doing witchcraft and all the other things, and Ahaz was completely and intensely involved in all these things. And God testifies about Ahaz in this specific verse. It says that God brought down the king, and God brought down Judah to its lowest place because of King Ahaz and what he was doing. And even in that lowliest place, you see King Ahaz saw that his enemies won over him. So he saw the gods of his enemies, and he started worshipping those gods. And in that lowliest place also Ahaz did not see God. So here Uzziah was so at top of the world. He was the king, and his fame was spread across the world, and he was so great, and he was proud, and he fell from that place, and he went into the temple, and he thought that he could be doing anything that he wants to and does not care about what the Lord thinks. And here Ahaz, though he was at the lowliest place, and God brought him there because he could see that and come back to the Lord, but in that lowliest place also he goes and does whatever his heart says and whatever he thinks, and he discards the Lord. So you can also be in the highest place and in the lowest place, but the heart matters. Again and again in the Bible, in the Chronicles, if you see, the Lord was searching for a person whose heart is loyal towards him. And we see here in the book of Second Chronicles that Amaziah was a man who was doing what was right in the sight of God, but not with a loyal heart. And again, David says to Solomon, have this loyal heart towards God. And God again and again says, have this loyal heart. It doesn't matter you have the biggest army. It doesn't matter you have the fame far wide and it is popular. But if your heart is not loyal towards God, and this is what happened to King Ahaz and King Uzziah. King Ahaz was on the top. He came down because his heart was not loyal to God. And King Ahaz was at the bottom because his heart was not loyal to God. God was expecting one thing from the kings, is that their heart was loyal to God. Amen.